Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be talking about how I actually used affirmations to pass my driving test, and I did not know that this was going to work so well. So stay tuned to the end to know exactly what I said, how I failed my driving license test twice until I finally passed the third time. And yeah, I'm going to spill all the juicy details. And if you're watching this right now and you want to pass your driving test, then this video is definitely probably going to help you. And yeah, let's get right into it. So I started doing my lessons when I was 19, and I actually got my dad to kind of push me to do this. So I was doing my driving lessons and I was like really shy at that time of my life. Like, yeah, I'd say 19, I was like proper shy, and I still didn't know much about like manifestation or affirmations or like self-development in general. Like, I wasn't really in that world just yet, but I was in the beginning of it, in the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah. In the beginning.
I was in the beginning of my self-development journey. So I did my first test, and the instructor that I had, like the test guy that I had, was like the chief of them all, like the manager of them all. So I already knew, oh my god, if I make one mistake, I'm gone. So that made me feel very nervous. I think when you step into an exam, everything just feels more serious. I don't know about you, but like for me, I feel like I'm that type of person where, well, at that time, I was this type of person where I'm doing stuff and I do it good, but as soon as someone watches me, I just like freeze or forget what I'm doing and how to do it. Let me know if this is something you experience too. So with that, I was like, I'm good at driving, but then when there's like someone there watching me, I get like really panicky and anxious, and then I just don't perform as good as I know I can perform. So my first test, I failed because I was turning right, and as I was turning right, I slowed down. There was a car coming towards me. So as I slowed down, I forgot to change gear, and then I stalled when I, tried to drive off when there was time to drive off. But that wasn't why I failed. I failed because there was a car behind me that had to slow down. If that car wasn't there, I would have passed. That was his words. But the whole energy behind the test, I was so nervous, like literally so nervous. And it was not helping that he was talking about his personal life. He was telling me that he was going to get a divorce and that him and his wife weren't getting along. And like, I appreciate the honesty and the story time, but I was like, I don't think I could concentrate when you're telling me about your personal life like this. So anyway, I ended up retaking my exam, and I was a bit like embarrassed, to be honest, because I had told everyone I was going to be doing this test. So probably I would have changed that. Like, I probably wouldn't tell anyone I have a driving test, only like one close person, if I had to do that again, to be honest, just for them to encourage me. Because like, I told everyone I knew, and then I had to come back and say I failed, so that wasn't really um like, that's, yeah. So I went back and I did my second test, and guess what? Guess who I had? Yes, I had the same person again, and he's telling me more about his divorce now, and I'm like, okay, just ignore his story, just focus on the road. And this time I failed again. And I failed for the silliest reason. Like, every single time I failed, I know there is a legitimate reason, but this one I feel like I should have passed, because I I was on a one-way junction, or one-way road, which means like no cars can come this way, so I'm coming out this way, and I had to turn right. So because it's a one-way junction, I can use the right-hand side lane. There's two lanes. I could use the right-hand side lane to turn right, as there's no incoming traffic, but I used the left lane to turn right. He failed me because of this. And the craziest thing, and this is why I stand very strong in what I say, I should not have failed, because I was driving. I think it was before this bit. I was driving, and this woman just ran across the road. Like, literally like she doesn't care that she's gonna get run over. But oh, kids are playing with the ball behind me. I literally did an emergency stop, like, you know, like a proper good one, like where your body goes like this, like like emergency stop. And then, oh my gosh, I hope you guys don't hear this because the ball is literally banging against the fence behind me. Anyway, I was like, I looked at my driving instructor. I was like, like, what just happened? And he goes, wow, that was very good. Can I use that as the emergency stop? Because each exam you have to do an emergency stop, like to prove that you can stop the car if there's anything happening. I was like, you can, only if it's good. He goes, yeah, that was fantastic. Da da da. And then this happened with the junction, and then he still failed me. I'm like, could you not at least have passed me and just said, look, on this occasion, you know, just did something for me? But no, he failed me. And I was like, cool, I am done. And I was so discouraged at this point because I was so nervous this whole time. Anyway, so then I was like, I don't know if I should carry on with my driving lessons. Like, it's just so hard, but maybe it's not for me. So I was like really negative at this point in my life, like especially because the driving thing is so serious and I was paying for it all myself. And I was like, oh, it's so much money, because I didn't want to stop doing the lessons. Because I don't know about you guys, and I don't know where you're watching this from. The system to book tests sometimes is really delayed, and like now is a lot worse than what it was when I was doing it. So I can appreciate that maybe 1 month or 2 months waiting is not as long as what I've seen people are waiting for a year. But at that time, 1 month felt like forever, and I had to like pay for lessons for an extra month where I felt like I could already drive. It was just that silly mistake that I had done. So anyway, my dad actually really encouraged me to keep going, and I really appreciated that because I was gonna give up, but my dad was like, nope, do not give up. You are so close. So actually that is another life lesson, like having someone that can push you and can see that you are capable and show you how capable you are, just like anyone is actually capable of driving. It's just a mindset. So the third time I did the test, this is now where the affirmations come in. And yeah, with his positivity, it actually kind of encouraged me to look up ways to feel more confident when driving. And I came across affirmations, and this was the first time I've ever heard of affirmations and the concept of affirmations. So, just a quick one. Affirmations is basically what you affirm to yourself, and whatever you affirm to yourself is what you believe to be true. At this point, I believed that I was too anxious to be able to pass. I was not confident enough to basically get my license. So that was my current affirmation. And when I started researching affirmations, I went down a rabbit hole of all the affirmations that I could say whilst being in a driving test. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm actually open to this. And to be honest, like that's one thing I like about myself, is that I've always been very open to trying new things, trying like new concepts and new ideas. So I was like, why not? Let's give this a go and see if it works. And what I'll do is all the affirmations that I said in my driving test that helped me pass the third time, I'll put it in the YouTube comment section. So I'll put like a long list of all the affirmations that I repeated in my mind. And watch this next bit. I'm going to tell you exactly how I said it as well. So yeah, so I ended up looking up all these different affirmations about how to feel confident, and then like what to do when you're by the traffic lights, and what you do when you're stopping the vehicle, and all these different things. So I went into my third exam. I think what helped as well was the fact that on my third time it was a different guy. I feel like that was actually very encouraging as well. So I went into my driving lesson and I was like, okay, this is it. I'm so confident. And when it would be stop on the traffic light, I would tell myself, I feel so calm right now. Oh yeah, red means stop, and as soon as it goes green, this is what I need to do. Like, and then I would rehearse all the foot movements with the gears and like the clutch, because I was doing manual. So I was like rehearsing in my head, what do I have to do when it's like drive off time? What do I have to do to like park a car? Like all the points, look in the mirror, like turn the wheel all the way around, da da da. Like I was doing it all in my mind, but from a very calm, gentle perspective. And then whenever I'd feel myself nervous, I'd be like, oh, this is normal. I feel nervous because I'm doing a test, but it's okay. I don't need to be nervous. I it's natural. It's basically natural to feel nervous because I'm doing a test and someone is observing me. So whatever happens, happens. I know I'm capable of doing it. Like just words of affirmation like this. So then I did everything in my test properly. Obviously, there was a few things that I was like, oh, like, did I pass? Did I fail? So when I was parking up, I hit the curb. And I know in the UK, if you hit the curb, that's like seen as a major fail. Or at least it was when I was taking the test. So I was like, oh, okay, don't let it discourage you. Just keep going, stay positive. And I was saying all these like positive affirmations in my mind. And then at the end, he goes, I'm really happy to tell you that you passed. And I was like, oh my God, I actually passed. So I feel like obviously affirmations was like the biggest energy change for me because I came to the test knowing that I was capable of passing. And the two previous times I was like doubting myself, I was so nervous. And I think when you're in that nervous energy, no matter how good you are, you're putting yourself down from the internal mind, and that doesn't help. So that really taught me that affirmations are so powerful to like, you know, to help you, to guide you through life. So if you're watching this and you want to get your driver's license, I would 100% use affirmations in your favor. And they're really simple. They're not like woo woo. They're not like, they're just simple words that I repeated in my mind, and it actually really worked, and it helped me feel super confident. So that's the biggest tip that I would give you guys if you are looking to do your driving test and you're not feeling 100% on it. And if you're watching this and you've already got your license, then maybe you can try and use affirmations for other aspects of your life. And affirmations whilst driving was like the first moment that I realized, oh my days, if you change how you think, your external reality will really be affected. And I was like amazed by all of this, that I started to go deeper and deeper, and now I use affirmations to feel confident and feel, you know, like strong and just powerful in loads of different areas of my life. So I really hope this video has helped you. If you have any like cool driving instructing test stories, definitely leave them down in the comments below. I love reading people's experiences. And if this video helped, please give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here and you want to keep watching more, definitely hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys on my next video. Ciao for now.